Friends is this concept that I came up with laying in bed one night. I have all these close friends who have these wonderful stories that can help change the world, life experiences that can help other people believe in themselves, hold tight to their dreams and make their dreams reality. On Feeling Friends, we talk about God, we talk about love, relationships. I have celebrity friends, I have non-celebrity friends. I have church members, family members. But when you watch and listen to Feeling Friends, you will learn and you will laugh. It's a community of friends helping to build each other up. So tune in to Feeling Friends every Sunday on WHCR 90.3 FM, or you can catch me on YouTube at Feeling Friends Radio. All right, I'll see you there. Play fits for us by mom, inspired by kids, perfect for all ages. We're here live at the Jacob Javits Center. I don't know if you can hear us, but we're going to talk loud because this is a live center. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the show.
What's up?
Good to see you, bro. I'm so proud of these two people. I've been knowing Chantel since we were 19, and we're 20 now. So it is a blessing to be here.
20. 21.
21. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good.
Speak up so you can just
I'm doing really good. I'm really good. I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
How you feeling, Keon?
My first interview, so I'm doing really good.
He just had his 16th birthday yesterday.
I did. Yes.
I'm so proud of you all. They've been here for the past 2 or 3 days.
3 days.
3 days. They have been marketing their product, and it is just taking off. I've been sitting here, and I have been watching crowds and crowds of people. We've been trying to do this interview for the past 2 hours, and people have been coming up nonstop to the play pits section. So I'm so proud of you.
Welcome to the world. That's how it is.
Thank you. And I'm going to ask them for $20 after this interview because they do it really well.
Negotiation.
We're going to negotiate it. Listen, go ahead. Let's talk about how you all met.
Okay.
The love story about how you all got together, because I don't think a lot of people know about how they met. So I want you all to know. Come in a little bit, Keon, so I can see you. Yeah.
How we met?
Met on the street.
I met him on the side of the road. He was the best thing I ever picked up on the side of the road.
Before
True
social
story.
media and everything like that, I was me and my buddies were driving around, going to get something for my daughter, earrings for her first birthday, and we saw her and her friend walking. And like back in the day, you stop, see 2 ladies walking. Hey, can you stop? But she would not. She kept on walking.
Now you weren't doing a cat call like, I ain't no mama.
Basically, they was on something like, "Hey, shorty, what's up? You want come over here?" And he had a Lexus, and it was a real like back then. It was what year was that?
I don't know.
No, what year car? You know the year?
Oh, the year was like a 05 or something.
Yeah, it was a really nice Lexus, and it was tinted. And he thought because he pulled up in this Lexus, I was just going to come over, and he was not getting out the car.
Yeah, my friend was trying to talk to her friend. Yeah,
and I was like...
Who was the friend you were with? Do we know the friend?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. But he was with some friends, and I was with some friends, and I was like, nah, you better get out the car. And he come out the car limping. And he was like...
She's walking too fast. I'm trying to slow down.
He was like, man, I heard... I couldn't get out the car because I got a basketball injury. Fast forward, this man don't even play basketball, so he lied. So so that's how he got my number. And after multiple attempts to calling me, one day I was bored and I answered, and he made me laugh, and I loved his personality, and we went on the first date. And
where was the first date?
It was some Italian restaurant.
Okay.
Over there like Tyson's Corner, Virginia, something like that.
So Olive Garden was a very nice.
No. That's what it was. It was like he took me somewhere, like it wasn't like a chain restaurant. It was like a nice restaurant. And I was like, okay.
Oh, good.
Okay, I could go out with you again, and we kept going out, and I fell in love.
That's good. Listen, I met her in science class. Long story short, I didn't know what was going on in class. I'm like, you got the answers to this? And she was such a nice person. And when I met Keon at a friend's engagement party. Yeah. And we hit it off. We were like homeboys. We had the red cups, and we were talking about it.
I would talk to right.
So they are really like family. And this company is a really family-oriented company. It is based on love. The product is really based on love. But I also want to talk about the combined families that you all have together too.
Okay.
With your daughter Kiana, who surprised him yesterday for his birthday.
She did.
Talk about that, the love that you guys have and you share, that you brought two families together.
Actually, because like I said, when we met, we was in a long distance relationship. She was in Georgia, I was back in Maryland, and we were allowed to become friends. We weren't, forced upon each other. We had to learn and grow with each other.
Right.
And in doing that, I introduced her to Kiana. And for the most part, through Kiana's life, that's all, Kiana has a mother, but Chantel was just that very next person in her life, being that inspiration to her.
Absolutely.
She calls Chantel more than me. She respects Kiana. She does. She respects Kiana. Kiana respects her.
Absolutely.
We grew together as a family. That's one thing I introduced when I introduced Kiana to Chantel. I just knew her spirit was going to be someone for my daughter to look up to.
And probably at that moment, you knew she was the right one for you.
Oh,
that's
for sure.
The relationship, right?
Yeah.
So the blended family thing was like, so we had Kiana before we had any of the other kids.
Right.
So,
now, how many other kids do you have now?
We have 2 other
it feels like we got 10, but we got 3. We got 3 kids
all
in
together.
total.
2 boys.
Yeah,
Two
two
boys.
and Kiana.
And let's talk about the
behind
boys, because one of the boys, is he like the CCO? What, I don't know. COO?
He is the CIO.
CIO. They cut the lights off here, so
yeah,
we
they
gotta
about to
make
cut the lights off. So yeah, he's the Chief Inspiration Officer of Play Kids.
Yes.
And so
That's Cameron, right? Cameron behind
that's
us.
Cammy. My Cammy. And so then we have Caden, who is 6, Cameron is 10, Kiana
Is he
is
6
17.
already?
Yeah, time he
He was just a
flying.
little boy the other day.
Yeah, he was our first marketing officer because he
Was
would
he?
pass out
Yeah,
all
he
the
would
flyers.
pass out
Did he?
flyers and talk to people. So
Now he gonna be out here talking. To him.
he's the future. Caden
for
is the future CEO.
He's the
he
future
don't remember
CEO.
life without Play Kids.
That's his whole life.
Yeah.
His whole life, and he can talk about all the product, and he can tell you all about it. So he's definitely, the kids are definitely the future of the business.
They really are. That's
They
good.
are.
Listen, we're live in the studio, so we're going to make this happen. And I want you guys to go to playpits.com while we're live on this interview.
Absolutely.
Playpits.com. Look at all the products that they have. How did Playpits get started? Let's tell the audience
that's
how
the story.
Playpits got started. And let's speak louder because it's getting a little loud
Okay,
here.
that's
Sure.
the story.
So Play Pits got started because Cameron, the cute little boy right there, got in my car after football practice and smelled like an entire man. And I just refused to settle. I was so offended because he was my first baby. I watched him be a baby. I birthed him and I watched him grow, and I just couldn't believe at 6 years old he smelled so horrific.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I went looking for a deodorant. I knew I didn't want to use a anti-perspirant that had toxins like aluminum and parabens. But then I went searching for a natural deodorant for him. Everything on the market was super serious, super crunchy, and boring. And I wasn't confident that he would put it on every day. And so I basically got in the kitchen and I did what I do. I whipped up a concoction. My grandmother used to put baking soda on me.
Yes. Mine did too.
Yeah.
When you run out of deodorant, you put on
Back in the day.
had that baking soda.
Put the baking soda on.
I had baking soda, but then I wanted to take it a step further because he had long summer days, and I wanted him to have something that lasts all day. So I mixed coconut oil, baking soda, cornstarch. The last ingredient was orange essential oil because I wanted it to smell good, because I wanted to convince him hey, you can smell this good all day.
Yeah.
He wore it the next day. Came home and was like, Mommy, so I wore that deodorant. I told the kids about it. Can you make it for everyone?
Wow.
And I was like, no. Because I was a working mom.
Get out of my face. Go on.
I had a job. I had a career. I was in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, that's both of y'all are.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. She had a huge industry.
Yeah.
Working entertainment.
Right.
What kind of entertainment? You was entertaining?
Fashion. He was doing fashion.
Thank you, brother.
He was doing
I was
fashion.
in the fashion.
With all the big stars and
fashion
celebrities.
Industries.
Yes.
So I basically was a costumer and an assistant designer and a shopper, and I shopped for Tyler Perry for years at Tyler Perry Studios, and so then I worked at BET. So when all this was happening, I was at BET, actually in Viacom, right
Not
here
too
in
far,
New York.
right? Yeah. Is that time? Yeah, that area.
Times
Yeah.
Square, and so I basically wasn't interested in making deodorant for people. So I told Cam, nah, I'm good on that. That's between me and you. And so he looked at me with this cute little face and he was like, but Mom, you can make it for everyone.
Yeah.
And so it was like a light bulb, wait, there are other kids that deserve to be fresh and be able to play without hesitation. There are other parents that need to find a solution for their smelly kids. So I got online and did some market research really to see was it any deodorant for kids. I came across maybe like one or two, but they were kind of like cheesy and boring, and I knew that I could do it way different and way better, and so that's
some
how.
sauce on it.
Yeah, I could throw my little black girl magic on it, and so that's how this came up.
And that's exactly what she's doing. And if you ever get a chance to come to any convention, stop by the Play Pits booth, because I'm like, dang, they really making it happen. They talking about stuff like, is that what happens? Shout out to our only studio audience guest here, Ivy Scott. She is my best friend, as you all know. She's been on the show, and she is the marketing guru with the Black Ivy League ecosystem. And go check that out. So she's here being the person with them. So we think
she's our marketing director as well. So you know,
you got a chance to see how we do. But we've been trying to set this up for what, 20, 30 minutes, and we couldn't even. Start
listen, it has been.
Care.
They be like, feeling friends. Who? I'm trying to get some deodorant.
Yeah, they've been coming on
Hell,
over.
I might need something in a minute. I was supposed to put something earlier. That's a whole other conversation. But the deodorant smells so good. I bought some yesterday. I was trying to buy this other man some. Remember that? I was like, I'll buy you some.
Yeah, he's like, I'll buy whatever you want. It's on me. I'm like, I'm trying to support. He's like, no, it's on me.
It smells so good.
Yeah.
You get a deodorant. You get a deodorant.
Everybody get deodorant. Listen, if you watching this, go ahead and put "I want a deodorant" in the comments, and I'm gonna send you some. All right.
I want a deodorant.
Listen,
and also go to playpits.com. You'll get 15% off. Promo code Phil and Friends.
Yes,
I'm gonna do the whole little.
Oh, good.
Phil
yeah,
and
so
Friends.
it's gonna be Phil
Phil
and
and Friends, 15% off on me.
See how many friends we got?
Y'all better get. Please, we need to get to.
You need friends.
We need a whole bunch of friends and like and subscribe. Listen, yesterday we were sitting. I was here. I showed up around 3:00. A man came up. He said, "Who is the owner? I want to speak to the owner."
Oh.
He was talking to the owner. I'm sure that happens a lot, especially in minority.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Tell us, how did that make you feel, and how do you deal with the?
Because we used to go through that all the time when they would come to me and wouldn't look at her, depending on the person.
Absolutely.
And I would get offended at that because at the end of the day, this is her baby. Absolutely. You know, I'm here to support like I've been doing, but she had to finish yesterday.
And we can talk about how you felt to how you feel when that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting, you know, but one thing
what did he say yesterday?
Yeah, so basically the guy was like, can I get the card of the owner? And so I handed him a card, and he saw my picture on the flyer. And so he was like, oh, so you're the owner? And I said, yeah. And he was like, you don't look like an owner. And I was like, well, I am. And so for me, like, I'm a black girl, right? Yeah. So like you step to me a certain way, you gonna get all this like attitude, but also it's sad that you don't expect an owner to look like me, right? Like, why can't I wear jeans, sneakers, a shirt, and like, why can't I look like this? And so, you know, I just think it's interesting. I think
why was that comment even necessary?
I know, like just take the flyer.
You asked for the owner, she's here. Now, what's your question?
What do you want?
I can't have no business like this. It'd be a whole other. Back up. Oh no. I'm just kidding.
So. You know, it's just what happens.
Well, you handled it with grace. You handled it with so much grace and dignity. And so I imagine you being in the forefront of the corporate world, doing that.
And it's also trying to find out. It's interesting that we got customers over here trying to stop. It's also
I'm trying to stay focused.
It's also interesting because people think that, you know, a lot of times black women get the wrong idea. People think that they bossy, but they got to be bitchy as well.
Right.
And that's not the case with Chantel. You know, she's learned and learning, and I'm also learning. Just because you're the boss doesn't mean you run me. You know what I'm saying? So we work well together. Like I have no problem humbling myself, letting her be the CEO. Absolutely. You know, it took some growth. Yeah. But
because we married, it's like the married and working together thing is a thing, right?
Yeah. How was that dynamic though? Truly, how was that real dynamic? I mean, you were like, Keon, you're fired today. Yeah. I'll see you later.
You try to find me a few times.
You know, I mean, I gotta treat him like I treat everybody else, and I gotta hold him accountable. And I think, and one good thing, he holds me accountable, right?
Yeah, that's
so the personal part of it is he knows me, and he knows like when I'm tripping, and he knows like okay now, like. You ain't had to do that. You ain't had to say that. Like, pull your emotions out of it. Absolutely. And so, as a woman leader, one thing that I've learned is I can't lead with my emotions, right? I can allow my emotions to help guide me. But when I make a decision or when I communicate with people, I have to lead with logic.
Have to lead with logic.
I have to lead with logic.
Absolutely.
And so Keon has helped me with that because I never want to come across as an emotional female, like a frazzled, I mean, female. When I'm making decisions, I want people to know, like, it's thought put behind it. And so he's helped me with that. But yes, I definitely hold him accountable like everybody. And so, if he don't do something, I'm like, yo, you missed your deadline. And so when we go home, like, he is the boss.
Do y'all set it off? When you set it off, right? You have to set it off.
Yeah.
It looks like they're
so like, it's times when I'm like, all right, I just want to talk to my husband. Like, all right,
and y'all have such an amazing relationship. I mean, we were out partying yesterday. People dancing.
we turned up.
But it's such a real relationship. Y'all have fun with each other.
Yeah.
But I think it's a balance in a relationship when it's work, right?
And that's part of being that friend. Like, so we was able to grow as friends for a long time first. So we friends before anything else.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, my best friend.
I'm here to be her support from whatever she needed, from the office to the home, whatever she needs.
Absolutely.
As I try to hold down with my main, the real job, and let her do her CEO thing, and I just hold it down for her.
Now, are you still working full time as well?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, good.
I do work full time.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're doing both. That's good.
Yeah.
So whenever I can get him, working with me, I'm grateful to have his time, and I'm grateful to use his mind. But he definitely has a full job that he's committed to. So I'm just grateful when I can pick his brain or have him involved in meetings. But it's a thing.
Let's talk about the spirituality piece of your lives.
Okay.
I think that's so important. I lead with my life with God first. Everybody knows that on the show.
Yeah.
What is your driving force for spirituality? What keeps you grounded? Let's talk about that.
This is a God thing right here. Like, even for Play Pits to be what it is and where it is today, like, that's not, this isn't God has opened so many doors and created so many opportunities.
Yeah.
And it's not just me, and it's not just Keon, and it's not Cam, right? Like, God gave us this, he gave Cameron this vision, and he just gave me the energy to wake up every day to execute it, right? And he just gave me the skill to be able to do it in excellence and be able to be persistent. But no, God gives us all the provision.
Don't forget, when we went to church, you said you was in church.
Yeah.
Did y'all go to EBC too?
No, she did.
Yes, I did. I did. But no, like, even the logo. So the logo came to me in church.
Did it? Okay.
So most of the branding pretty much, like, is my vision. I just had a designer execute it. So when you see the Play Pits brand, actually one day we was in church in Maryland, Reed Temple.
Yeah.
And
shout
the
out
preacher,
to former Pastor Washington.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. But we was in church and I had a program. And so Cam had told me, to create this. So at this point, like, I'm testing product, but now it's like, okay, what do you want the brand to feel like? What do you want this to be called? And so I had played around with different names, but Play Pits kind of stuck. So then it was like, what do you want Play Pits to look like? And I took a program. I wish I had the program to this day. But I took the program and I sketched out this logo.
Now, was this doing praise and worship? Was this doing the message?
It was doing the sermon, and I should have been paying attention, but God was speaking to me personally, right? Like, the pastor couldn't deliver the message that he was delivering to me on that paper.
On that day.
So, I should have been, I should have been paying attention in church, but no, God was speaking to me.
But you were there.
So I was there.
Yeah.
And so when I came up with the logo, I sent it to the designer, and I was like, all right, so this is what, because it's a different fee when a designer has to come up with the concept, but I already had the concept. It was just like, now make this look better. And so God and our spirituality is like all through here.
Well,
like,
we married and work together. You think God ain't
Listen, I'm watching them, the success, and I mean, I think all of us are doing very well in our little friend circle.
Yep.
Shout out to Clark Atlanta University.
Clark Atlanta.
It's all about find a way of making one.
Right.
That's what we do.
But with us, it's about putting God first, let Him make it happen, and then you follow the path.
Yeah.
Don't get me to start preaching up here on Philip.
Go ahead. Pass the bucket.
You can PayPal me. Let's talk about. I like the fact that you are. Ivy has the ecosystem, but you all have this. You have this girlfriend network.
Oh yeah.
You have a girlfriend network. We have a friend. Shout out to Green Top Gift. We get them a shout out with Jackie.
Yeah.
You have this network. Sometimes you always hear the black women don't work together or black people don't work together well. You're proving that you all can work together well. You can grow together without
no competition, without feeling no type of way.
Absolutely.
When people get, when people succeed in their own business, and that's something that I've always been someone that values utilizing my resources,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I'm an AKA, shout out to Alpha Pi.
Shout out to Alpha Phi.
So very early on, I was taught to utilize my resources.
Absolutely.
And so my resources are my network. And so becoming an entrepreneur, like, when you at work, you have your coworkers.
Yeah.
But when you an entrepreneur, like, who you got? Like, you
Your
just got
network,
you.
your
You
network
only
is
got
your net worth.
Yes, and so
It
I
really is.
connect constantly with other entrepreneurs
Absolutely.
because they're able to share resources, they're able to share contacts, they're able to give information. They're there to listen to your different vent, because my vent, I can't talk to my friends that work a job. My vent is different,
Totally
you know,
different.
and so I could be fussing. I'll never forget one day I was talking about how I had so many orders and I was overwhelmed because something had happened where we had over 1,000 orders, and I was very frustrated. Was this my birthday?
Oh, this wasn't when we went viral for the first
No,
time.
yes. So yeah, we went on vacation and an article was posted about us, but I was not aware that the article was going to be posted. Well, it was posted. It was because of them we can actually. They
Shout
did
out
an
to
article. Yeah, shout out to Unique Jones. She did an article about play pits, and I was in Mexico for 7 days.
Oh wow.
And I think this happened on like day 3.
And the stuff started.
Oh, we just kept
And
hearing
my
this
phone,
ringing.
like
Wow.
I'm at the pool and my phone's like cha-ching, 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 and I'm like, what the heck?
Those
is
are
going
orders
on?
popping
Those
up.
are orders.
Oh wow.
And so yeah, basically when I got back, I had so many orders. But then, but the backside, So to somebody that's like, oh my God, you complaining you got so many orders, but the work that had to go into it because we produce our product. So I had to make the product. I had to pack the orders. I had to, so it was just so much. And
Before we had a team, this was all.
this was when we
was
were
y'all.
still in the house.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
just me and him. And
Is
and
this
I
when y'all were
think
still in Maryland? You said? Was
yeah,
it
and
right
I
before
think
y'all
I
moved
still
back
was
to Atlanta?
working.
Yeah, she still was working. It was.
Oh,
I
was
was
working.
still working,
Okay.
So it was stressful. And so my vent, even though yes, I'm grateful, right?
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I still can have my days where I'm like overwhelmed. I still can have my days where I'm like, how am I gonna get through this?
Right,
and so
right.
to have women or other people to lean on and talk about those things that understand it, it helps throughout the process.
Absolutely.
Because when you have people that's like, oh my God, here you go complaining, it's like you don't really understand. But when somebody knows all the work that goes into a customer getting their order, you respect it more, and you kind of you can have that conversation when somebody's like, damn girl, I'm so sorry, I get it. Okay,
absolutely.
so have you tried this? Did you do this? Okay, try, you can lend some help other than saying like, here you go complaining over you making all this money. Like I had a friend that told me that, and I was like,
Complain over what?
oh, you making all this money, and it's like, yeah, I'm making money, but this is
work.
This is work. Like, it's a whole lot of work.
Absolutely.
So I'm grateful to have my girls.
I'm grateful that you guys are doing well. How proud are you of your wife?
Oh, I can't sing up as much, enough. I really can't. I was telling Abby the other day, it's amazing to watch the growth in her from when she first started. Just as a person, as a boss, as a CEO. I don't like saying boss, but as a CEO, all around as a leader. It's wonderful to watch.
How proud are you of your husband?
I'm so proud. People have no idea, and I rarely talk about it. Right, this is the first interview
first time
that
he's
Keon
actually
is
been
in
here.
the interview.
Keon is here, y'all. Keon is here.
Keon prefers to be he has taught me what selflessness looks like.
Yes.
Like the way he supports me and the way he loves me, the way he keeps me calm when I'm nervous, the way he rubs my feet at the end of the day. Like he's so much more than just my husband and the father of my kid. He's my rock. And so and he's an entrepreneur by accident, but people don't even know how brilliant the things he comes up with, or I run ideas past him and he's like, well, did you try this or did you do this? Like Keon has told me that anything is possible, right? It may be hard, but it's not impossible. And so, I'm super proud of him.
She's great herself. She is wonderful. All this is here because of Cameron and Chantel. With God's spirit, Chantel has been amazing. At the end of the day, like I said, watching her, the glow in her when she speaks, even watching her today, how she spoke and knocked that thing out was amazing.
Good. She spoke today.
She spoke. Oh yeah, she did. Spoke today, and she was amazing.
I used to be so nervous, and it's so crazy because I when I speak or I do things, I usually need Keon there because while most people be like, oh my God, you did so good. Like I call him my Joe Jackson or my Ike, but he does not beat me.
Oh Lord.
No, he don't beat me.
It's in reverse.
But
He would. Because she got.
no reverse.
Well, that's on another episode.
No, but,
wish we go to commercial.
but he pulls greatness out of me. Like Keon is the person to critique.
Yeah.
He's the person to tell me like, no, you forgot to say this, you didn't do this, and oh, you should have did this. You know, so I'm able to allow him to watch, and he pulls that greatness. So the next time I do it, I'm always thinking, okay, so he said I need to do this. So he truly is behind me, like pushing me to my greatness.
And what I did learn how to communicate is say it in a way in which she could receive it.
Oh yeah,
As a
he had
couple,
to learn that.
Yeah.
You have to learn people's languages and how to speak to them.
Exactly.
You really do.
Yeah, exactly.
You really do.
Because he used to say it crazy.
Right.
And I used to be like,
Yeah.
who you talking to?
Who you talking to?
Right.
Cuz it'd be a whole.
I'm from
But
Well, yeah. Well, it's the whole thing. You know, it's the whole. But that's good. I'm so happy for you guys.
yeah.
What is one piece of advice you would give to a young person listening, watching this, who has a dream, or it could be an older person,
Okay.
a 70-year-old who has an idea, they want to put it out there? What advice would you give them right now if they were sitting right in front of you?
Don't compare yourself. That's what I would say. Don't compare yourself to others. Like your journey is your journey. Your mission is your mission. And if you compare yourself, you ain't do nothing but shooting yourself short. Because if you don't get what they got, the way actually it's from sermons all the time, from pastors, you don't know their story. You know what I mean? So don't compare yourself with, man, I've been out here the longest person and he got this and that. Because you're going to focus on the wrong thing.
Absolutely.
That's what I was saying. And you're not too old to start.
Never too old.
That's what I was. You're never too old to start. I'm watching these folks out here do this all the time, and it's amazing to see people on a daily basis. That's my advice.
That's good. What
yeah,
about
so
you?
my advice would be don't put yourself in a box, right? Like I feel like when I came up, like when this whole Play Pits thing was created, I was a stylist. Like I was known to dress people in film. So here it is, like I pop up with this deodorant. And I feel like people definitely was like, what the hell Chantel talking about? Like, what is this deodorant? You know, and so if I allow people and myself to put me in a box, I would still be dressing people, which I love to do, but I would have never reached this, right? This level of success. And not only this, it's not even for me about the money, it's really about the ability to change my family's position, like to create generational, not only wealth, but also legacy, right? For me, I want the POW name. When you hear a POW, you know that it's synonymous with Play Pits, and you know that it's synonymous with greatness, and you know that we are giving back to the community and we're doing great things. So, you know, for me, it's so much more than just, it's so much more than just,
we are live.
Coming right computer right there.
Coming live. So,
okay, it's dead. Yes, that's fine. Okay.
So it's so much more than just, you know, creating this product. It's all about creating a legacy for my family. And so to be able to do that with my best friend on my arm is amazing.
It's amazing. Let's get into the products.
Yeah,
so
let's
tell
talk
people
about our babies.
And talk about your baby. Did I get all of them?
No, we need King and we need Sugar.
There we go. Let's talk about these products and tell people again how to get them in the code for the discount.
All right, so playpits.com, go on for 15% off for Feeling Friends.
Let's see.
So
I'm gonna do how they do it on.
Hold on, I'm gonna introduce y'all to the product.
Okay.
All right. So first, so each scent is inspired by one of our 3 kids. So we have Happy. Happy is scented with lavender.
It smells so good.
Happy is scented with
let me
it's
see.
the green.
Let me see if I can do it.
See if you can.
I want to do it like they're doing those ASMR things.
There you go.
There you go.
So Happy is scented with lavender.
Lavender.
It's inspired by Kiana. It's the happy scent that keeps you calm.
That's good.
Yeah.
You want to eat it almost.
Don't eat it. You could, but it ain't gonna taste good. Then we
I should have got this one. I don't think
we have Sugar, that is inspired by Caden, our youngest child.
That's good right there.
Oh, thank
We've got a customer right here. He loved those speaking
Look,
spots.
he
We're
said
live
he
on
loved
air.
our speak-
So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You have so much passion in your speaking spot. I want to say something, but I want to interrupt.
Oh,
thank you. I appreciate
we
that.
live, so that's how we have all the time.
All right. So yeah, so we have sugar. This is lemon, lemongrass, and grapefruit. And then last but not least, we have the scent that started it all. This is sunshine. This is orange, peppermint, and it's orange and peppermint. Yeah, you can.
Yo, and I bought like 2 of these yesterday. They smell so good, y'all. They smell really good.
And then, so what was happening? We started off my purpose, and this is when God like does His thing, right? Like I had all intentions on this just being a kid's product. Parents were buying it; they loved it so much because they were using it, and then coming back to buy it for their kids. That I came up with an adult line. So we have King. King is sandalwood and bourbon.
Yo, if you're married, if you have a son or a husband, yo, get this for him. It smells really good.
I'm gonna tell y'all what I heard King does. King said, somebody told me King make the ladies take their clothes off, but that's what a customer told me. I ain't marketing.
We done went from church to the club.
Yeah, definitely ATL.
Listen, you gonna go to ABC today?
Right.
It smells good. It smells really good. I'm not lying.
It works in both church and the club.
It works
so King is what it is right here.
And then we have our ultimate top seller. And the reason this is our top seller is because mothers are our #1 purchaser. And so women come and make sure they drop Queen and King and Sugar, Queen and Sunshine, Queen and Happy, but whatever they do, they throw Queen in the mix because Queen is a whole nother vibe. You've never smelled a deodorant that smelled like Queen. Queen, King, or Sugar, Happy, Sunshine. So that's our babies. That's our product.
Listen, you go out to playpiss.com. Tell them again, playpiss.com, and it's Feeling Friends.
It's Feeling Friends.
Feeling Friends. I sent you. Get the code. You get 15% off. You cannot beat that. It is a wonderful product. I love it. I am using it now.
Right.
I'm so grateful for y'all.
Thank you.
For sure.
I am so grateful. Let's give it up for that. Our only studio audience person left. She's selling products.
Right. She's selling products.
Listen, I thank God for you all.
I
wish and hope, and I know that everything is going to be perfectly fine. Everything's going to work out for you. It's going to be so awesome and amazing. And because you put God first.
Yes.
And I want you all to know that you got to put God first. And they told you and testified right here on Feeling Friends.
Yes.
And I'm proof. I wouldn't have them on my show. I would, but it is proof they are doing very well. Just like we had a person walk by, it's been like that all day. And people love this product, and they're genuine. They're real. Go to playpits.com. You're watching Feeling Friends. We're gonna see you guys next time. This is season 3. You guys kicked off season 3. Season 3 of Feeling Friends back in New York City. We'll see you guys next time. I'm Phil. Thank you all for coming on.
Thank you.
See y'all next time. Thank y'all.
Thank
all right.
you so
See y'all later. Peace.
Bye.
Let's do like a little screen saver. Come on, smile. Okay. All right, perfect. I think it's